being a personal trainer, I was face to face with people constantly, and I just figured I would talk to all my clients and their husbands or wives or their spouses and just, network locally in my gym. And what started happening was I wound up sitting in the office, in the personal training office, and using the telephone to schedule appointments and getting people to come in to, sit down with me and take a look at our company, a look at our product line. And so I didn't realize it, but about 90% of the business is actually done over the telephone. And so at first when I was thinking, all right, I'll just go drive around to all my clients' homes with the product and do demonstrations, and, I had to first pick up the phone to call them to schedule out appointments. So becoming effective over the phone was really critical, and I didn't realize it at the time, but it was going to become my future in network marketing, was learning how to master using the telephone to get to what we wanted to get to. In other words, get in front of people or schedule a time to sit down with somebody or invite somebody to a local event so we can get together in person. So, really developing your phone skills is critical to your success long term.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I totally agree with that. And as I mentioned in my introduction video, many of us have that core reluctance and are afraid to pick up that phone. I haven't had a phone bite me yet,
That's right. It doesn't really weigh 500 pounds. I mean, a lot of people have, it's not even about phone fear. Whereas it's not about people don't have phone fear. What they have is the fear of what's on the other side of the phone. They have the fear of connecting with somebody. They have a fear of maybe feeling a bit of rejection or what they perceive as rejection. It's not necessarily that they're afraid of the phone. I think more people today are on the telephone more than any other time in their lives. In other words, people are on the phones constantly. You can't take a drive around your local city or town without seeing people on their cell phone. So people are not afraid of the phone. They just fear what is what they perceive as rejection or even connection on the other side of the phone, what that person's going to do when they pick up.
Right. So they basically feel that the person on the other side is rejecting them when they're basically saying no to the opportunity.
Right. They're saying no to taking a look at some information. And, I kind of, there's a couple of, things in this industry, or a lot of, I guess you can say cliches or just some philosophies that have been passed down among the generations over the years. And when we talk about the fear of rejection, and you just made mention that people don't reject you, that they reject the opportunity. Well, in today's business, in today's network marketing, because we're all out there branding ourselves, just like you're branding yourself right now, Raz, I'm branding myself. Anyone that's listening to this interview, recorded or live, should be focusing on branding themselves in the marketplace. This is what we call a U Incorporated or a U Inc.
Right.
And so with everybody out there branding themselves, you have to start taking more personal responsibility for the fact that it's not all the time that they're rejecting an opportunity, because you can say the wrong thing to the right person.
Right, exactly.
You really can. And so you may not be the right person for that one that you're calling, but they are looking for an opportunity. So it's not so much that they're rejecting an opportunity. We all have to agree with this information and the way our business is run these days, and new school technology and Web 2.0 and all of this great branding of oneself in order to become that leader that people want to work with. We do have to take responsibility and say, yes, I was not the leader that they were looking for. Because if we keep on denying it and we start living in denial and saying, well, they weren't rejecting me, they were rejecting the opportunity, then we don't feel that there's a reason for us to actually improve on ourselves and increase and raise our own level of value.
Right, and that's correct.
That's critical to people making it in this business.
And that is right. And the reason why I was asking those questions like that, because viewers that are actually looking at this video right now are asking themselves that same question, and they feel that they're not succeeding in prospecting or succeeding in their business because of how they think. Okay, and they don't think like yourself and I and other leaders out there that when you are the leader leads the lead.
Right, the leader is the person that the lead wants to follow. In other words, the lead follows, the prospector, the person making the call, right? The prospector has to have enough value, perceived value. See, people get started for two reasons. Number one, they perceive that you're the leader they're looking for, and that you offer them some value, that you can help them cross that space between where they are and where they want to be. And then the other thing that's got to be seen and perceived by that lead is that they have to see value in the opportunity. They have to see value in the product. And so there's a combination in play that a lot of people fail to recognize. Yes, it's true that, a lot of people will sign up with the person just because of the product, or not because of the product, but because of the person that they're signing up with. They're signing up with that person because they're the leader, but they also have to feel, toward the product as well, or the service that they're marketing, because it's a short-lived business if a person isn't passionate enough to share what they have with other people because they may be ashamed of it, or it's just not up to par, or it's not the kind of quality that they're looking for. So there has to be the combination of both leader value as well as product or service value. And here at Zango, we have both. So we are super blessed to have such an incredible product. But again, it doesn't fall on the product shoulders because it falls on our shoulders as the leaders. And this is why improving our skills, improving our value in the marketplace, and really becoming that person that people want to work with is what it's going to take to succeed.
Chances are excellent if you keep going. Good ideas are reserved for those that search. You will find good ideas in terms of information, ideas, seminars, lectures. Because if you go continuously and systematically, some of them will be routine, some of them may be ordinary, and then just once in a while, some may be extraordinary, and you're never the same again. And you'll look back on that experience and say, that was one of the days that turned my life around.